Hi, my name is Leah.
And my name is Sylvie.
We will be going through a anxiety relieving flow.
To start today's practice, we're going to find ourselves in any comfortable seated position. And to start things off, we're going to take a few rounds of breath to land in our space, allowing our facial features to soften, our shoulder blades to slide down our back, and our lower body to sink heavy into our mat. Maybe saying a little thank you to yourself for choosing this video and for prioritizing your well-being. Begin to deepen your inhales and exhales, and choose any color to track your breath. So on your inhale, you see this light or this color filling up your nostrils, making its way down to your lungs. And on the exhale, you see this color coming out of your lungs, up your throat, and out your nose. Filling yourself up on the inhale and releasing it all back out on the exhale. As you seal in this visual, I'm going to explain a breath we're going to carry throughout this practice that is designed to relieve anxiety, to get out of your fight, flight, or freeze response into a more restorative, healing, nervous state. So the Ujjayi breath, also referred to as yogic breath, oceanic breath, applies a small constriction in the back of your throat on your inhales and exhales. And what this does is it stimulates a large nerve called the vagus nerve that runs through your brain, your heart, your stomach, and allows you an opportunity to consciously sync your nervous system to go at the pace you want and regain consciousness to a system that is innate, unconscious, and fires without us thinking about it. So we're going to do 3 rounds together with our mouth open, creating this oceanic sound and really a sensation like fogging up a mirror or cleaning your glasses. So we're going to inhale together and exhale Ujjayi with our mouth open. Inhale. Three more rounds with your mouth closed, turning down the volume of your breath, creating a more subtle movement. Using this breath to pace your nervous system as we go through a wonderful sequence to allow our stress to melt away with Leah.
We will start today by taking some side bends. So we will inhale, raise our arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your right hand down beside you and the left hand up and over. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand down, right hand over your head. Inhale, rise up. We'll do this one more time. Exhale, right hand down, left hand overhead. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, rise all the way back up. And now we're going to take a twist. So we're going to take our left hand to our right knee and bring our right hand down behind us and take an easy twist. Inhale, bring yourself all the way back to the center. Rise your arms up. Exhale, right hand to knee, left hand behind. As you inhale, come back up to center, raise your arms up, and then exhale, bring them down. We'll come into a tabletop position, and we'll take some cat-cows. Inhale, round your back out. Inhale, bring your chest forward, collarbones forward, and tailbone up. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, come into cow position. Exhale, round out. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Find your way back to neutral. You're going to walk your hands out in front of you. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. And we'll come into a puppy pose. We can bring our chest down, chin down, or forehead. And we'll take 3 long breaths here. One more breath. Walk yourself back up into tabletop. And we're going to come to stand at the front of your mat. Come into mountain pose, hands facing forward, feet hips width apart. Ground yourself. Inhale, rise your arms up to the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back into plank pose. Come down to your belly or into chaturanga, upward dog, or cobra. Bring your hips up and back into downward dog. Take a moment here to pedal out your feet. Push into your palms and ground yourself in your first downward dog. Inhale, come onto your toes, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we'll add on a little bit to the Sane. We will inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step or hop back into plank pose. We're going to stay here in plank pose. Bring our right knee to our right tricep, then move it over to the left tricep. Into the center, bring your knee almost down to the ground, then lift back up and come back into plank pose. And we'll bring our hips up and back into downward dog. Inhale, we're going to roll back forward into plank pose. Take our left leg forward, bring knee to tricep, to the left tricep, then to the right tricep, center, down to the ground, and then right back up, foot back down, and come into downward dog. Take a moment here to take a breath. Inhale, come to your toes, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the front of your mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise all the way back up to stand. And then hands to heart center. Come into mountain pose again with your hands down by your side. And we're just going to step our right foot back behind us and come into a lunge position. Rise up. And we're going to bring our back knee down so it's just hovering above the ground. And we're going to hold it here for a couple breaths. Then on the next exhale, we're going to rise back up to lunge and pivot towards the right and have it so your toes are either facing forward or a little pointed in. We're going to inhale, rise our arms up to the sky. Exhale, we're going to dive forward and plant our palms in front of us. Inhale, bring our right arm up and come into a twist. Exhale, bring that right arm down, bring the left arm up, left arm down, and we'll do this one more time. Right arm up, right arm down, left arm up. Bring both hands down, bring your hands to your hips, and come all the way up to stand. We're going to pivot our toes so they're facing outwards, and we'll come into goddess pose. We'll take a couple breaths here. And then we're going to slowly start pivoting towards the left side, and we're going to come into cow face pose. So we're going to slowly start turning our feet towards the left all the way until we're in cow face pose. So I'll turn around. We'll take about 20 seconds here. We can stay sitting up, or we can fold in. Keep thinking about your Ujjayi breath as we move through this flow. We'll take one more breath here. And we can come up to seated. And now we're going to go back up into goddess pose. So we're going to be moving in the direction of the top leg's foot. So we're going to start turning. And we can use our hands or however you want to get there, but you're going to pivot back up and into goddess. We're going to come back on and bring the right foot back, and we'll turn towards the left, and we'll come into lunge. Then we're going to step back forward and into mountain pose. We're going to take it on the other leg now. So we'll take the left leg back, come into lunge. We're going to rise up into high lunge and bring our back knee down so it's just hovering off the ground. Hold this for a couple breaths. On the next exhale, we're going to bring our arms down and we're going to pivot towards the left and come into forward fold. Inhale, rise your arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Plant your hands in front of you. This time we're just going to fold in so we can bring ourselves down. You can keep your hands on a block and just fold in. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way back up to stand. And we're going to pivot our toes out and into goddess pose. This time we're going to pivot towards the right and come into cow face pose. So pivot your back toes in, other toes out, and turn all the way around until you come down into cow face pose. So you can stay upright or you can fold into it. Keep taking slow, deep breaths. Rise yourself back up and we will twist out of it again. So we will be going towards the top leg's foot, so the right leg foot, and we're going to pivot ourselves all the way back up and into goddess pose. So we're going to turn towards the right leg and we're going to pivot back into high lunge. And we're going to step forward into mountain pose. We'll take a couple of breaths here to ground ourselves. One more deep breath. We're going to take our feet out to the corners, to the edges of our mat with our toes pointing out slightly. And we're going to come back down into Malasana Squat. We're going to bring our hands forward and slowly come down to our bums. We're going to roll all the way down onto our backs, keeping our knees bent. And we're going to take a bridge pose. So start to put your weight into your feet, push down into the ground, raise your hips up. And we'll hold this for 3 breaths. On your last exhale, lower your hips down slowly. Bring your legs up and we're going to come into plow. So we can bring our
legs overhead. You can keep your legs straight, or you can have your knees bent and by your ears. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. On your last exhale, slowly roll yourself down, and we'll find our way onto our backs into Shavasana.
Tapping into the Ujjayi, seeing if you can make it even more subtle, more effortless, allowing your body to soak into your mat, using all the movement and postures to allow any tension to melt away. Coming to the color of your breath. We're going to use this last portion of practice to do a brain meditation, directing our breath to our brain. So on the inhale, I want you to see and feel your brain fill up with this color, this light. Expanding, filling up on the inhale. And on the exhale, I want you to watch it dim, release, yield to gravity. So on the inhale, we fill up, and exhale, release. Using the Ujjayi, using our breath to pace our nervous system. And when we pace our nervous system, all the other systems, all the muscles, your heart, your digestive system, it'll all follow suit. One breath at a time. So I'll leave you for a few moments of silence to soak this in. And as the mind may wander off, as it likes to do, and as it's designed to do, I challenge you to be extremely gentle to yourself on the return, because how we return to our meditation is what matters most. Keeping your facial features soft. Allowing yourself to get heavy. Allowing yourself to rest. If this is feeling wonderful for you and you have the time and space, I invite you to stay for as long as you like. To close practice with myself and Leah, Take a few rounds of breath to slowly meet us in any seated position. Maybe start by wiggling your fingers and toes. And whatever way feels intuitive to you, you can make your way over to a seated position. We'll bring our hands together in prayer right above our heart. Thank you so much for taking the time with myself and Leah today, and with yourself. If you enjoyed this practice and are looking for more in your home practice, you can follow me at Synaptic Sylvie
or at Leah McNamee.
We hope you have the most wonderful day, and the light in us sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.